Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and drop a very quick video before tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the Samsung Unpacked event. You may be familiar with that. They'll be going over the new folding phones and also the new watches. Now, I wanted to not only talk about some of the stuff that leaked, last minute. We actually have a leaked video of the Z Fold and the Z Flip. So not only am I dropping this video to share some of this new information that we just got, sure it's last minute, but still some new and exciting information, but I also want to get your take, because I've had kind of my position in terms of the foldable that I want to grab tomorrow, but I want to get your take. Maybe that will help, make a better purchasing decision. I usually am the one making the video to help people buy stuff, but you may be able to help me. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So Samsung will be focusing on foldables tomorrow along with their new Samsung Galaxy watches. But in my video, in this particular video, we are focusing on the foldable. The Z Fold 3, the newest and the most legit leak that we have on this is that the Z Fold 3 is going to cost about $17.99 in the US for the 256 gigs. The 512 gigs, we don't have a price on that just yet. That's already a major move, because if you remember the Z Fold 2, which is a phone that I just absolutely love, when it dropped, it was $2,000 and I still bought it. Sure, I went in with a trade-in and was able to get it down to, I believe I ended up paying like $1,100 for that phone. I got a very, very good deal on that phone. But with the Z Fold 3 here at $1,800, and Samsung is doing something very special this year. They're allowing you to trade in up to 2 devices, 2 regular phones, to really cut down that $1,700 to whatever the price is going to be. So if you happen to have 2 phones, this would be the best opportunity for you. And by the way, if you're going to be buying either the Fold, the Z Fold, or the Z Flip, make sure to reserve ahead of the event so that you can take advantage. There's a bunch of perks, I guess, that come with just reserving ahead of time. So make sure to hit the link below if you want to reserve that. Even if I said it last time, even if you're not reserving, just to check out the deal, something that you may tell other people, you can just hit the link, go on there. You don't have to do anything. Go on there, check out the deal. If it's something that interests you, you want to do it, you could go ahead and do that. But if you just want to check out because you're curious, just go ahead and hit that link. But anyway, switching over to the Z Flip, that will be coming at $999, which I think is a fantastic price. Again, that is a leak. It's a legit leak. A leak coming from a legit, leaker, but $999, that is, I personally think I'm really getting excited about this, right? So that's a pretty decent price for it, especially coming down from what it cost last year. We have other leaks that are saying that it'll be $1,100 for the 256 gigs. Oh, by the way, that $999 was for the 256 gigs. Other leaks are also saying that it could be $1,100, and the 512 gigs, we have no information. Now, I want you to keep in mind that these are all just leaks, right? So these are not confirmed by Samsung, but generally when we get information like this, leaks like this, they always turn out to be confirmed, at least the vast majority of them. So again, by the way, even the Z Fold, if you're interested in that, make sure to hit the reserve link so that you can reserve ahead of time. Otherwise, you will miss out on the perks. One of the reasons I ended up paying about $1,100 for my Z Fold 2 last year was because I reserved way ahead of time. So it helps to know that you will be buying the phone. So I reserved way ahead of time, and then they gave me credits, they discounted the price, and then after that, I believe there were so many things that they discounted it from, and then I had a trade-in, which was a Samsung phone, and they gave me way more than the phone was worth. So I ended up paying close to $1,100 for that Z Fold 2. But anyway, so now talking about the specs of these things, that's actually, before we talk about the specs, one thing that I saw that was exciting was the camera. If you see, I'm going to put this picture here. If you see, you'll see that the front-facing camera is under the screen, which is really cool. So when you're not using that camera, the whole screen is pretty much the screen. Like, you don't have a punch hole, or you don't have like the little thing that Apple has there. It's really, really cool. I think that's a very nice addition to that. This is really getting me very excited and really thinking I really just want the Z Fold 3. The reason I was also saying, I'm hoping we can get this conversation going so that I could maybe go for the Z Flip is because my good buddy Adam, you may know him, Tech Odyssey, he has an amazing channel, very cool guy. He absolutely loves the Z Flip. He loves that thing. And I was thinking maybe I should give it a try. It's about $1,000. And I could save some money rather than going for the Z Fold 3 and give the Z Flip a try. Maybe I love it as much as he does. I know tons of people love it because, you know, that little snapping sound that it makes when you open it. So I could get to try that. So you let me know in the comment section what your take is, whether I should go for the Z Fold 3, like I'm really planning on doing. I'll go for the Z Fold 2. Either way, I'm looking forward to your comments here. So Adam just absolutely loves that thing, and I don't know why. But anyway, so going back to the specs here. And for the specs here, we want to go ahead and start off with the display with the Z Fold 3. We will have that foldable dynamic AMOLED with 120 Hz refresh rate, and it also will have support for HDR10+. And this is, of course, a 7.6 inches. You have that same resolution. Is it the same? Don't remember. I got to double check that. But the resolution on the Z Fold 3 is going to be 1768 by 2208. You get a Snapdragon 888, which is obviously the current best chipset on the Android platform. That's going to be coupled with 12 gigs of RAM. I'm already getting confused. The 8 gigs of RAM is with the Flip. 12 gigs of RAM on the Z Fold 3 here, and it can go up to 16 gigs of RAM if you go for the 512 gigs model of the Z Fold 3. We don't have price on that, as I mentioned earlier, and I don't believe you can expand that internal storage. So it's going to be the same deal as last year with the internal storages. Whatever you buy is whatever you're stuck with. 256 or 512 gigs, that's whatever you have. The speakers are going to be tuned by AKG. Again, I expect them to be just as loud, if not louder, than the speakers found on the Z Fold 2. Speakers found on the Z Fold 2 are they are the loudest on any phone that I've ever owned, and I think everyone says that. So I don't even think there's a phone there, unless it's a tablet, that's louder than the speakers on the Z Fold 2 or the upcoming Z Fold 3. What else do we have? We have the cameras that'll be taking, 4K pictures, but apparently the camera actually remains the same. They didn't do much of an upgrade on here. As I mentioned, running 888 for the Snapdragon. It will be running One UI 3.5, I believe, and that will be on Android 11. By the way, if this is your first time visiting, well, welcome to the channel, of course. I truly appreciate you stopping by. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the content so far. If you are, if you could do me a huge favor and hit both the like and the subscribe button there, I would truly appreciate it. The battery is going to be a 4400 milliamp hour, so it should be good. Also, last year's battery was so good, even though it was a foldable device, and of course that was because you had a screen on the front that you were tempted to use more than the actually opening the phone and using the main screen. So I'm expecting the battery to also be decent. It's not going to be top level batteries, but it's definitely going to be decent. Now, sticking with battery and flipping over to the Z Flip. Wow. No pun intended there. But with the Z Flip, you have a 3300 milliamp battery. At least that's what leaked. So, and I believe that's the same as last year. I didn't own the Z Flip last year, so I don't know what the battery was last year. You should also have a foldable dynamic AMOLED display on the Z Flip. Also, this is going to be a 6.7 inches screen, so more on the taller side. Of course, also going to have 120 Hz refresh rate, support for HDR10+, Snapdragon 888 as well, of course, would be running on Android 11, and a lot of the other specs are kind of similar to some of the Z Fold. Now, with all of this being said, what do you think I should go for, the Z Fold 3 or the Z Flip? Again, I'm very, very much leaning Z Fold 3 right now, so it'll probably take a lot for me to switch over to the Z Flip, but I want to get your take. So you even think I should just go ahead and skip this whole thing, not even buy one? Oh, by the way, I'm waiting for the Galaxy Tab S7 FE coming up. I ended up canceling my original order. I know this is a completely different order, a completely different video, but I ended up canceling my original order and just ordering the one with the 5G because that one will be delivered faster, be delivered sooner rather, and it was supposed to be delivered on the 24th, but apparently they changed it and it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow or the day after, so look out for a video on that. But anyway, going back to the foldable here, I would love to get your take. I know some people are going to be like, you know what, why are you even buying that? What do you need a foldable for? Just get a regular phone, or if you absolutely need a phone. But I just want it. That thing is so amazing, and I'm just addicted to tech, right? So I don't have a choice actually, and I would love to get that phone, make videos, and share with you all what my experience are, and at least those who enjoy that. Anyway, I feel like this video is probably getting long. Let me know your take in the comment section. As I mentioned again, I cannot emphasize this enough. If you want to buy this phone, if you want to buy either one of these phones, reserve ahead of time. Even if you don't use the link below, reserve, but you should use the link below. Reserve ahead of time. That's the only way you will feel like you actually, like you're making your money worth, right? Because you be getting a ton of, they usually package these very good deals when you reserve ahead of time. So you be getting a ton of perks if you were to go ahead and reserve ahead of time before you go ahead and buy this phone. You can reserve, and even if you change your mind, that's fine. Better for, better safe than sorry. It's, if you're thinking about buying it, just go ahead and reserve just in case. And then if you don't buy it, of course, you could go ahead and skip that. All right, so I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until then, of course, as always, stay safe out there.